Hello, my name is Colton Weeger, and I'm here today to answer 3 job interview questions. The 3 questions that I picked are: what is my dream job, discussing my educational background, and would I work holidays and weekends? To answer that first question, my dream job is to become a U.S. Marshal. Ever since I've decided that I wanted to be in law enforcement, I've wanted to be a U.S. Marshal. The U.S. Marshal Service is the oldest federal law enforcement agency in America. And inside the U.S. Marshal Services, there are many different departments I could work in. There's the administration side, and then you have uh, judicial protection, which is like basically protecting judges and officials of that sense. Warrant service teams, special operations teams, and corrections. Out of those, I would want to be on the warrant service teams or special operations teams. Um, those two teams, inside those teams, they work very closely with one another to achieve their goals. And those goals would be, that everybody gets home safely, that the fugitive is captured with no incident whatsoever, and that the public around us are safe while we are um, doing those operations. Um, Also, one of the main things I like about those teams is that they're working so closely together that the men and women in those teams rely on each other so much to make sure those goals are met and that we get to go home. And I enjoy working close with people, and I enjoy law enforcement, so those two um, really helped me also pick the U.S. Marshal Services for my dream job. The second question is discuss my educational background. Um, I grew up and graduated from Amber Pocasset. I graduated from Amber Pocasset High School in 2007. Um, a little known fact about Amber Pocasset, it's 2 towns consolidated, and they were actually the first consolidated schools in Oklahoma. After graduating, I joined or attended, Redlands Community College. During that first semester, it was more important to me to work than to complete my homework. So I ended up failing my first 2 semesters. So I decided to take a few years off um, since that wasn't what was important to me at the time, and decided to work. Um, During that time off, I was hired in December of 2013 by the Chickasha Police Department. Um, they sent me to Cleat, where I have over, I believe, 300 hours of training now, and that is counting Cleat, but also other certifications outside of Cleat that I've attended. Um, uh, Since then, I have started back to college online, and I lack 2 classes after this one to have my associates. Once I have my associates, I'm hoping to be able to apply and meet some requirements for the U.S. Marshals. Um, I know that most U.S. Marshal jobs, they require a bachelor's, but I also know sometimes they will accept um, less than a bachelor's, as long as you have so many years experience in law enforcement and or the military. Um, so that's my education. The third question is, would I be willing to work holidays and weekends? Absolutely. I already work holidays and weekends. I have for the past 5 years. Um, it's it's kind of required. We don't have that luxury in law enforcement to pick and choose to have every weekend and holiday off. Um, like they say, crime never stops. Neither do we. Um, I thought it would be tough to work the majority of holidays when I became an officer. And I'm very fortunate that I have a very supporting family. And when I miss a major holiday such as Christmas or Thanksgiving, even though my family will celebrate that holiday, they will celebrate it again with me when on my next days off. Um, it also helps that I have an amazing wife who supports my career decision, and she understands that I don't get the weekends off, and I may have to work nights and evenings and miss a lot of time with her, but she always makes time for me on my days off, and I make time for her, and that has really helped and been benefit both of us in our marriage. Um, and basically, just having a support system from my family has helped me be able to work all these holidays and weekends, which would transfer over to still working holidays and weekends with the Marshal service. So those are my questions. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day.